Welcome to Changing the Narrative with Red.
And Stace.
Thank y'all so much for joining and your phone as well.
Already being messy.
Already being unprofessional. We ain't even start yet. Stace, do you want to
What?
thank all of our viewers,
Yeah,
subscribers?
really. Thanks for everybody going on this journey with us. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing, and really appreciate you guys. Yeah, we was gone for a couple of weeks. I had death in the family, but I missed my wife while I was gone a little bit, just a little bit. But we back now. So thanks everybody again. Let's get this popping.
And sorry we were late.
Y'all know how ladies are.
So you a lady?
Yeah, your mom, your daddy. What's up, everybody in the chats?
Yeah, everybody talking about we late. Sorry. It was because of Stacy. I just want to make sure that there's no misunderstanding. So, Stacy, do you want to introduce the topic? I mean,
the topic is this, man. You do not go into somebody's house with your shoes on and you put your feet on a damn couch. You don't do that. So let's talk about that.
So
let's talk about that. That's what we're gonna talk about.
So
disrespectful people.
We had quite a few
Josie Gold, what's up, brother?
Interactions with people. We've seen some YouTubers. We've spoken to some people as well that have kind of expressed opinions about about South Africa, about the political issues. And then we've also heard, quite a few South African people, expressing kind of xenophobic views towards, people coming into their country. So we wanted to not just express our opinions, but also give other people an opportunity to kind of express their views and what they think about the subject. And hopefully we can come out of this with some type of, understanding. Because I think we all want the same things. We all want to be happy. We all want to thrive. We want to have strong communities. And I think that's something that we all share. And we just need to figure out a way to, talk about these things without anger, excluding people, and kind of making blanket statements about a whole entire group. Because everyone is different. They all have their own opinions.
Yeah.
So, Stacey, you want to?
And the one thing we definitely don't want to do is talk bad about each other, about Black people. Mm-hmm. That's one thing that this podcast is not about. We don't want anybody talking bad about each other. You know what I mean? Nothing but love. And but what we can do though is try to critique. We can try to understand each other better, and figure this out. But we're gonna have fun doing it. We're gonna have fun doing this. And also, we're gonna put the link in the chat because I know it's a few people that wanted to say something. And let's keep it real, y'all. Let's have some fun with this. Keep it real. We back. I see my father-in-law's in the chats talking trash already. Let's have some fun. We're gonna have a few people join us too. You guys know Thomas, Charles. Khalees. Khalees is going to join later on. Charles is going to join later on. So whenever y'all ready to click the link to come on in, we can do this. Kick it off, babe.
So I would say like the first topic of discussion is YouTubers specifically, just because a lot of times people's first interaction or information that they receive about Africa or about another country that they're thinking about visiting or moving to or something like that, they're gonna go on YouTube and say, well, what are people saying about this country? What do people think about this country? And if you're a YouTuber and you go on and one of the, a very popular YouTuber is saying negative things about a country that, you know, they aren't from, haven't lived in for any extended period of time. And they're basically saying their opinions as if it's fact. And I think that that kind of casts a negative light on people that are thinking about moving or visiting, you know, other countries, and African countries specifically. That's what we're talking about, specifically South Africa, because that's where we want to move to. And I feel like if I live, like, I'm an American, right? And if somebody from another country came and visited here for 2 weeks, and then they went on YouTube and they started saying all these horrible things about African Americans, I would be offended, and it would make me think twice about, you know, next time I encounter somebody that might be from another country, like, do you share those same views? Is it something that I need to be concerned about? Am I going to be, you know, I'm not going to want to invite you into my house if, you know, I think that you share those same kind of views. So I just put the link in the chat. If anybody wants to share their experience or their opinion, go ahead and click on the chat. And you guys can jump in. We do have a couple other people that we've spoken to who are going to drop in at some point. I'm not sure what time. But we really wanted this to be a discussion, because we don't have the only opinion. And I think that's one of the important things that we're trying to stop, is people just sharing their opinions as if they're fact and they're the only viewpoint and the only perspective. Sibo says we should understand something. SA has a way of invoking some feelings to people. No one said SA is a perfect country, but it has the potential of being everything that most people dream about. Yeah. I agree. I mean, no country is perfect. Especially, you know, my experience in the United States. I mean, we're leaving here, and that's because we feel like this is not the best place for us. So I can understand. I can't understand why somebody else would go and bash someone else's homeland when they have no shared history or anything like that.
Well, I think some people do it for clickbait. You know, some people do it controversial. Some people do it for just that. That was some other word I was trying to use. Controversial.
Clickbait.
Yeah, and it's not right, you know. And I'll be reading. I'll be all in the chats reading what people saying. And yo, some people getting threats. It's people love their country, you know. And if American comes there and he just start bashing them, he or she start bashing them, that's not a good look, you know, for different reasons. Jealousy, yes, jealousy also. So yeah, we need to figure out, you know, some kind of medium point and need to stop this mess. It's not right.
Yeah. What are some of the things that you've heard other YouTubers say? Not necessarily naming the YouTubers, but things that they've said.
I say don't have toilets that flush for flushing water. The man is a puppet somewhere. Yeah. Come on in, Clannis. The man is a puppet, eh? Yeah. Like, again, we're not calling nobody's names. This is just a conversation. He does it for clickbaits. Yeah.
So what is there anything else that you've heard?
I've heard a lot of stuff, man. He talk about the government, and well, you know what? The main thing is about about y'all guys being the majority and not running things. And I even heard him say, he or she say, I even heard
Look, let's keep this clean. No insults. No insults.
No insults at all. No insults at all.
So I
wish the person come in. I wish the person come in. Persons.
So, I mean, one of the things, let's see, Hello Family, the issue you're referring to is called American exceptionalism. And a lot of American people are the victims of this propaganda. I will, like we've said on this channel before, that America has the best PR.
Yes.
They have the best PR. If you talk to people in other countries that have, especially people who have never been to the United States, they will really believe that everybody in the United States is like middle class or up, that everyone is just living their best lives, and it's a facade. Um, the democracy that the United States tries to wear as a cloak to hide all of the BS underneath. Um, it's a facade. You know, that's all that you're gonna see. That's all that you're gonna see advertised, is how amazing it is in the United States, and it's just not true. But you wouldn't know that unless you came here and you experienced it for yourself. But is it a great country? Yes, America is a great country. Um, but we're just not happy here anymore. It's not working. The system's not working for us. The culture is not working for us. It's just not something that we're willing to accept anymore. And I think that's okay to say too. There are a lot of things about the United States that are horrible. Um, but I wouldn't expect somebody who's never been here or experienced it to try to speak on my behalf or anybody else's behalf.
Last week, I was on a podcast with a gentleman, and they was bashing SA. So like same thing with us. I clicked the link and I got on. I was surprised he let me on. And he said, "So what's going on, young man?" And I said, "I don't understand, what you're saying about SA." And so I told him my experience. And of course, my experience is great. I told him I love the people, I love the atmosphere, I love the weather. I just love, 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 love. And all he could say is, well, this is one brother here that said he like it. This is his story. It's a good story. Go check SA out. I just jumped on for a minute and I said my piece and I got off. So everything is not for everybody. If he dislikes it, he dislikes it.
YouTubers who give safety advice about cities based on their experience of a few days would make sense if they lived here or anywhere for at least a year. I mean, I think people who give safety advice, hopefully they got that safety advice from someone who lives there. And then I think a lot of safety advice is common sense in general, because I think that if you've been in any country, like wherever you live, there are places where your antennas go up and that you need to be wary and you need to keep your phone in your pocket and be wary of your surroundings and all that kind of stuff. So I would say that you not only need to listen to people who have been in country for a period of time, but also common sense as well. So we have a Josie Gold. You are on, and we can't hear you right now.
Hello.
There you go. What's up, brother?
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right. Yeah, look, I think for me personally, I think sure this man is being rude, so on and so forth, but I think there's more to this than just that. Sure, he might have those views, but I didn't like is that when he started like attacking. If you look at the videos carefully, he would say these things about South Africa, and then he'd advertise his own tour company. like his own tour that he's doing in a different country. So for me, that's something that I picked up. I think it's also trying to do that and divert some of the people that were coming to South Africa as in tourism from a different company, and it also like attack the other company. Like when you'll know he'll mention them not directly, but you'll know he's talking about them. So I think it's also a business thing. I think people need to keep that in mind. That some people, I've been following this whole YouTube Pan African Hotep type of thing for a while on these YouTube streets, and many of them are very scandalous. Like I'm not gonna mention their names, but they do have some sort of scammy vibe about them. So I think that's something I didn't like. And the other people that are promoting or doing tours in South Africa are also African Americans. So I didn't like what he was doing over there. I think people, especially the South Africans in the chat and everyone watching, look, I think keep that in mind that it's also like a business thing that he was trying to push. He was doing his own tour, and I think he was trying to like get some of that traffic to where he's going. So yeah.
Yeah, I talked to a friend of mine that's there, and he actually told me the exact same thing yesterday. You know, he has intentions. He has selfish intentions, and I agree with you, brother. I do. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, man.
Yeah.
What else you got going on?
Just working and stuff. But yeah, like to like everybody in the chat, look, I know like this riles some people up. In the beginning myself, it also got to me, but after a while examining the videos, examining how he does his videos, you can kind of like tell he's a YouTube hustler. So like be careful with these things. These things happen. So like, I think we should just calm down and think, logically, especially the South Africans. So yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. So
Very good points.
Yeah, very good points.
He's a hustler.
Some people say the most controversial things just to get views. The man just came to SA for the first time, and now he's been hating on SA for years.
You know what? That's what I was thinking about earlier when me and I think it was Clan. I said either Thomas talking controversial and manipulation.
Yeah, and Josie made a good point, like that if he or she has only been to SA one time, how can you try to divert people and you don't even have your own experience to share?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know, Red, you got a message from one of your friends' daughters. What did it say? They want to go to Ghana, but they need more information. And we was like, yo, man, like you said in the beginning, if you keep hearing all these bad rumors and as soon as you click on the YouTube, you're not gonna want to go again.
Yeah.
One person's view is not every person's view. That's why you gotta look at multiple sources, like a recipe. Me, I go to the first recipe I get and I do it and I mess up. This one here, 12 recipes, and anyway.
So we have Khalid in the building.
What's going on?
Like he got a bag of chips crinkling in the background.
Brother Khalees.
I didn't have time to eat breakfast. My bad. I was just like rushing up in here. You know what I mean? What's going on?
What you got to say on the topic at hand, sir?
Oh man. Yeah. It's
hold on, we got Sia in as well.
Go ahead.
We're gonna drop them in.
What up, Lucky?
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Khalees. What you got?
Yeah, I didn't get to see the whole thing, but from what I did see is that I mean, we could talk in general, and then we could talk like specifically about I think the brother that sparked a lot of this debate. People have vested interests. So face value, it could look like he's just talking trash, but I think that his politics involved. He has businesses in Africa, so he's going to definitely uh, paint a narrative that works in his favor. But in general, it's really what you going for. You know what I mean? Like some people want to go there for clout, or they want to go there just on vacation and
Kutshela uxolo ukuthi ningahlala.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, and the brother's extremely smart. I mean, when you listen to him, you just know he's smart, but there's some manipulation in there also.
Yeah, so, and it sucks because I think we already kind of get a bad rap. Like I've had people, you know, make comments about me being American and just coming there for clout or, you know, to indulge and then leave and go back to my life in America. But for me, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. I want to build. And I think stuff like this just creates the divide that's been a narrative in America for a while between Africans and African Americans. Within the African diaspora, we have to support each other. So, yeah, that's kind of just my take on that. I mean, people have specific questions.
And that's why this is so important that we had these conversations so we can let our brothers and sisters know we with them guys, man. We us. You know what I mean? Don't let one person ruin a relationship of all of us. That's his story, not ours.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's up, brother? Oops, hold on.
You gotta unmute you. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. How are you guys?
Good, and yourself?
I'm good. Look, I think, okay, let me just say this from my experience with what I've seen. Because the first couple of travelers who came to Africa in the African American community, from my observation, would be Pan-Africanists, right? People who have been reading African history a lot and all of that. And some of the patterns I've observed over the years is that you get different types of Pan-Africanists, those who merge their history with religion, those who are completely on history, and those who merge it with other things, right? And what I've seen is that can create two experiences. You're either going to have a great time in Africa as a whole, or you're going to have a bad experience based on how you approach your visit here, right? So I've seen some people come here and questioning Africans about African history, like, do you know about Nefertiti, or do you know about this and that? That happened 10,000 years ago. When they don't get the answers that they are expecting out of the Africans who are on the ground, then they see it as, oh, these Africans are brainwashed. These Africans don't even know what it means to be African. But it's like, you read about being African in a textbook. I live this thing every day. I've been living this thing since the day I was born, right? So for you to come here and tell me how to be African and tell me how to approach Africanness, you are definitely going to get a pushback. And that's bad, because for the majority of Africans, we want to see African Americans coming here. We want to see other Africans in the diaspora, Jamaicans, people from London, UK, what so forth. We want to have these experiences with you, you know? And at the same time, there's also this concept that I see recurring over and over, where people will come to South Africa and they find that the majority of the Black people in South Africa are middle class and upper middle class. And then they will say, oh no, that's not the real Africa. And then you ask them to explain what the real Africa is. They give you a version that basically sensationalizes poverty. It's like, so if I'm not poor to you, I'm not African enough. What are you saying exactly? You know what I'm saying? And it's like we have to get rid of this mindset that just because people are not poor, then they are not African enough. And that's not something that happens in the diaspora only. It even happens in Africa, where other Africans come to Africa. They see middle class Africans. They like, no, South Africa is not the real Africa. It's just like, it's the Western world of Africa. Even South Africans themselves will say that, which is something that I believe all of us should rebuke, because poverty should never be synonymous with Africanness. Those are two separate construct and forms of existing. But yeah, I've got so much to say, but let me not ramble on.
I just
We say
I just went. Oh, go on.
No, go ahead, Khalid.
I just wanted to chime in and say that, brother, what's your name? Do I say your name? Oh, he's on mute. My bad.
What's your
It's
name?
Letabo.
Letabo?
Letabo, yes.
So it's like that in the States too. Even if you look at hip hop culture or what we consider Black culture, if you were raised middle class or your parents were rich, you are ostracized because they associate the blackness in America with growing up in the hood and having a struggle, and then you made it. So I would say that's something that I could see in common over here, and I think is toxic as well for the culture.
Yeah, I agree with you. We're gonna give Sia an opportunity to speak here. Sia, you're on. Gosh, we lost her. All right, we're gonna add Miss PLC.
Hello.
Can you hear us? Sia, you're on.
Miss
Oh,
PLC.
I think she's got a delay. Let's give her a second to catch up.
Nope, I'm not talking. I'm just listening.
Okay.
I
I
just
saw your lips
put on
moving.
stream guard, so I'm learning. I'm cool. Somebody
Okay.
else.
What's up? How you doing?
All right, we're gonna drop. It seems like she just
She had issues.
No, it seems like she didn't really have anything to say. She was
she
just
was
trying to.
Oops. I'm always dropping something, man. Damn. Go back.
You trying to break my phone because you broke yours. That's
Whatever.
What's going
on. You have more to say though. Go ahead, keep talking, brother.
Yeah. So
she's back.
Just it's Khalees, right, brother?
Khalees.
Yes. You know, I've seen what you're talking about, you know, and I would agree that you know, it's completely wrong. But another thing also that I would like to get into is this idea that South Africans are not running their own country, right? It's run by white-owned corporates. And I will go back to something that Nelson Mandela said in America, being questioned by American interviewers, right? They asked him, when he came into presidency, they asked him, is he going to make South Africa a capitalist society or a communist society? And one of the things he said is that we've watched other African countries gain their freedom, and we've watched them remove white corporates and just white people out of their countries, right? And that obviously devastated the countries. So we have to be smart about that. And in one of the things that he said within that was that South Africa is not a capitalist society, it's not a communist society, but it's a society that is focused on solutions that are benefiting the people. So there will be sectors that are capitalist, there will be sectors that are communist. And you will find that in the South African structures, you will find that in the public sectors where some public schools are free for children to attend, because education is a right in South Africa. I don't know about other parts of the world. You will find that public hospitals you can go to for free. You will find structures like the RDP housing where people were given housing for free, So South Africa in its nature it's a marriage of both a communist and a capitalist society, where we created structures like the BEE, which is the Black Economic Empowerment, to say that because the country has been ran by white-owned corporates for so long, we are now going to have a smooth transition of power, where if there's a black person who can do the job just as good as the white person, you are going to take that black person. Those things have translated into black people even owning shares in some of these corporate companies. You look at the corporate companies that are actually running South Africa, that are on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. You will find black-owned companies, and at least 90% of them, you will find black-owned companies owning shares in these corporates. Whether or not this is working for South Africans is a different question on its own, because now it's benefiting politicians who are black people. So it's working in terms of integrating black people into the power structure. But it's like you're selecting one person who is already in power through politics to enter these corporates, right? And that person has the power in the country. They have the power to manage the country and everything like that. But are they managing it to the benefit of the people is a whole different question. So to say that South Africa is a white-owned country, or to insinuate that in itself is actually pretty ignorant, and it's an undereducated statement in my opinion, right? Not because the system is 100% working, but the system is trying to integrate the people into the power structure, And just to close off a little bit on that, if you look at the last two presidents in South Africa, they both did not finish their terms in office because they reached a point where they were no longer serving the people, and the people were tired, and they removed both presidents, right?
Mm-hmm.
This current president right now, he's also under fire. There's the possibility that he's gonna finish his term in office. I think it's way below 50%, because the people are tired. The people want to have a national lockdown where we are addressing these issues, and we are basically trying to integrate the people into the system, right, where it benefits them in a way, So that in itself shows that actually in South Africa, the people rule the country. I think I even commented this on the video that you posted yesterday, Stace, where I said the same thing, that the people are the ones that determine what's the status quo. They determine what's the standard. Just because we can't remove somebody today, it does not mean we are not working on those plans on a long-term basis. And it does not mean that we are not integrating ourselves into the system on a long-term basis. So you can't come here for 2 weeks and tell us how to be South African when we've been doing this our entire lives,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for having me.
Hey, yo, so right now we got Thomas on. Everybody please subscribe to everybody's page. Thomas got a fresh new hot page. He out there posting mini movies. Beautiful pictures, man. Beautiful videos.
Thank you. Oh,
so what's up? What's
oh,
up?
my
What
microphone.
you think is going on?
What's up? What's up, y'all? Man, I came in at the end. I was trying to get my camera set up right. What's up, Khalees? It's good.
What's going on, brother? Nice to finally
I know,
meet
right?
you virtually. Yeah, for sure. I've been rocking with your stuff, man. Dope content.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Same to you. Y'all have been an inspiration for me. Man, it's so much that I have to say, but I want to tread lightly. You know what I mean? I don't have a controversial page at all, and nor do y'all. You know, none of us do. We all pretty much are trying to build on, happiness, peace, excitement, unity, right?
Yes.
So the fact that we even have to have this conversation is kind of sad because it's such a small niche, you know what I mean, for there to already be some form of negativity being, received, from, our partners in this purpose, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, but I think our partners in this purpose has an agenda, though.
I think his video froze.
He froze?
Yeah, his video froze.
Yeah, he froze, y'all. I guess he'll be back on. There you go.
Oh,
There we go.
Yeah, did you hear what I said?
I can't hear y'all.
You can't hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I said I think our partner has an agenda, though.
Let me disconnect real quick.
Okay. Khalees, what you were saying?
I was gonna say, it is a small niche, and I think I was talking to Drew about this the other day, but like we're really blessed. So out perspective wise, when we look at like social media, right? It's kind of like cryptocurrency, right? Everybody, something is hot, there's trends, but everybody's attention is divided on whatever their purpose is. And we are very early in a select few of people that genuinely, talk about South African content, want to move there, connect with the people, and there's a camaraderie, there's a community. This is like very special. So I agree that when somebody, kind of throws salt on it, and being an American too, I can sometimes feel guilty by association. Like, man, you making us look bad. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But we have to honor that, and we can't take that for granted. That's basically what I was going to say. We can go back to the homie.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly, bro. Like I completely agree with what you're saying. So, yeah, it's just very upsetting already to be at this point. Like it's just getting started, right? The movement is just now being spread. Like now we have more people coming into this, and being part of it, we are inspiring each other and other people to do these things. And I'm reaching out to people who are American. Actually, I tried sending one to Khalees. Man, it's actually becoming a thing. Like people really do want to be a part of this. And I think that is just so amazing because it's just getting started. All of us are even just smaller channels, even to an extent, right? And we're making more noise than some of the larger pages because their goals may be completely different than ours, right? So theirs is enjoyment, possibly just traveling while connecting with people, but it's not really to spread the word. Like, look, y'all need to look into this. You sleep, right? So that seems like that's more so what we're doing. But man, South Africans have been heavy on me today because I was listening to TD Jakes earlier today, and he even mentioned South Africa, which was the crazy part. His message was about self-empowerment, taking control of your own narrative. But then he mentioned South Africa like out of nowhere. So I was like, oh, hold on. I had to stop phone close. I was like, let me listen to what he's saying right now, right? So what he was, I pretty much took this quote for everyone, and I thought it was very, very, very relevant to what we're doing today. And it says, weak people have to use position to overtake strong people because they don't have the strength to do it directly. So they have to use their own angle to get your attention, to get to you, to bother you, because you're so powerful in your own being to where they have to use an angle instead of approaching you straight up, right? So by just looking at some of the things that I've seen, it seems like they'll sit down with like it's a positive conversation to end up having a negative one almost, or change the narrative of it once it's posted. You know what I mean? And one thing that I really want to bring to your attention is you don't ever want to let anyone. I'm sorry, I had to write this down because I was in it earlier, right? So that was by TD Jakes earlier, but For me, I wrote down, don't let anyone use their position to overtake you and your spirit. You know exactly who you are. You are powerful and loving people, and that's more powerful than anything anyone can say about you because that light will shine through.
Yeah.
And the question is, are you willing to fight for what you believe in, whether if these people look like you or not? You don't let someone come into your house and shut you out. You control your own environment and your own narrative. And people can say things, they can say whatever they want about you, right? But once they meet you, once they hear from you, all those things go away. You know, you don't allow people to create your narrative. Like, I mean, you know, and I think that's exactly why, you know, Stays in Red have this channel, and that's why they named it so perfectly, is because we've heard enough negative about what Africa was, what it can be, you know, enough light has been shed on that. Ours is to shed it on the positive things that have been, you know, overshadowed by the dark things because of propaganda and lies, right?
Yep.
Like this whole monkeypox thing, they blaming it on Africa and they don't really even have it.
God.
They don't even have it. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. It started popping up in the UK. I'm like, well, it must have been the Africa.
I mean, same thing with the damn COVID.
It always
it was the same thing.
Yes,
if
exactly.
you look at history, it's always been Europe spreading viruses. It's always been Europe. And then they just blame it on Africans or Africa. You know, so that's just my thing. So I'm here with y'all. I'm here to represent you, and you know we got y'all back. But y'all still, you have to continue to be the loving people that you are in order for this to work. Because I don't care how many mountains and oceans we show, that stuff don't matter. It's y'all, honestly. And if you become afraid to be who you are and become defensive, and you know, which you're rightfully entitled to your emotions and how you feel, but you know who you are and why. You've been through some of the things, you know, very similar things that we have. One thing about us is our oppressor is still in power. It's not like that over there, and that's why you're able to be the loving, kind people that you are, because you're surrounded by your people. Our oppressor still oppresses us in their own ways. So, so what I would say is just love yourself because of you being loving people. Love each other. Continue to do that. Don't let someone come in and disrupt whatever you have created as your culture, because that's why we coming. You know, and that's also why we are trying to shed that light on y'all, because y'all are the most beautiful part of South Africa, the most beautiful part of the country. So don't change that, because then we don't have any substance to bring to America other than a vacation destination at that point. So
that's right, Thomas.
That's just my
you said a lot just now. God damn, you said a lot just now. You said a lot.
Appreciate it, man.
You said a lot just now.
I'm telling you, man, they be on my mind, bro.
You sure this ain't TD Jake? I thought I was listening to TD Jake for a minute. I was like, what's going on?
And that's why I said earlier, man, don't let the views of one brother start you guys from disliking us. Don't do that, man, because
how do we go from he, him, she, maybe, them to brother? Like everybody now knows.
I mean, but still, it applies to whoever it applies to. It's, you know,
only a hit dog will holler.
That's right.
You know, gonna be the last one.
Planets, come on in, bro. I wish I can click onto it and bring you in.
Yeah, he said he was gonna join.
He's gonna join.
Yeah.
But yeah, anybody else? But who was? We had that one person that came on and Sia.
Like I tried to bring her on a couple times, but she kept dropping off.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
But yeah, man, this is turning out pretty good. You want to read some of the comments?
I mean, I've been popping them up. We all know who he is.
But yeah, y'all check out Thomas's page, Chilling with the Thomases. Sorry, Chilling with the Charles. Chilling with the Thomases. Chilling with the Charles.
Yes.
Charles is. Beautiful page,
Charles.
beautiful content.
Yeah, man.
Look, why are y'all acting like he's Voldemort?
Like on what?
Like people are like they're acting like he's Voldemort.
Who does that?
Oh my gosh. You don't know nothing about Harry Potter?
I don't watch that crazy mess, man.
Never mind.
I don't like sorcerers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I never really watched that stuff.
Man, you know what I'm saying? I don't watch that kind of stuff.
I never watched Harry Potter. I couldn't get into it.
No.
Yeah, but I think we've all like said a mouthful, and I think I hope that the information that we've shared amongst each other helps break down the walls, because I feel like there are some people that have a negative view of South Africa. There are probably some South Africans that have a negative view of African Americans, and I hope that, you know, somebody that picks up this podcast and they start watching it, I hope that those people can realize that we all, like I said in the beginning, want the same thing. We want liberty, we want happiness, we want joy, we want prosperity, and we want that for all of us. We want it for all of us.
Planets, I see you looking.
Yeah, and that's why.
Post the link again so that Clannis doesn't have to scroll.
All right, Clannis. This is what I've been waiting for. Me and Clannis do a lot. Me and Clannis do a lot of talking on the side, and I already told him when we get there, I'm gonna take him out for dinner. Oh yeah,
man.
That's my guy. Him and Black Shield. You know who Black Shield is?
Yes.
Here we go.
Black Shield. Black Shield don't be playing. Oh, he said he looked like Ludacris.
Bro, I get that so much, dog. I got it all. When I was in SA, everybody was like, "Oh, you look like Luda, bro."
Oh yeah, that's my guy. Black Shield. You know,
and his wife, I believe, is South African.
Black Shield. She's from Africa. Though.
Yeah.
Bro, I get that. Man,
Hold on one second. All right, Thomas, I'm gonna mute you, and then we're gonna let Clannis talk. Hey, Clannis, it seems like you got like some feedback going on in the background. You got some earbuds or something?
Yeah, you're playing the YouTube while you're muted.
Right.
Can you hear me?
Thomas, I'm gonna mute you, and then we're gonna let.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Exit out of the YouTube video.
I'm hearing a lot of voices.
All right. Let me see if I can.
Hey, hi. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, exit out of the YouTube video because it's giving us a lot of feedback.
I'm hearing a lot of voices. Yeah, too many feedback.
Yeah, try exiting out of the YouTube video.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you, but it's just like a lot of background noises.
I'm hearing a lot of voices. Too many feedback. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, try exiting out of the YouTube video.
Man, yeah, you coming in late.
Yeah,
you got a TV playing in the background, probably.
I'm not sure. All right, we got you muted right now
until you figure it out.
He keeps unmuting himself.
So, Khalees, what's the plans for you, man? When you making that trip again?
We're looking at December, brother. December, hot December. We're going to go to Cape Town first because last time I was stuck in Josie. I love Josie too much. So we're going to go to Cape Town first, and then we'll go to Joburg.
Yeah, yesterday we was at the grocery store, and Red said, "Yo, let's look at flights." Shit, she narrowed it down to December 12th, man.
Wow.
December 12th.
Wow.
These white people can have this country.
Oh, so did y'all see the ADOS announcement?
You didn't see that?
If y'all didn't see it, if y'all haven't seen it, go on our channel and watch the ADOS announcement, right? And
okay.
Next week we're gonna have a part 2. That's gonna be like a whole series that we're gonna do for the next couple of weeks, like some shorts. So definitely watch it. Stay tuned for part 2 and so on, because it's gonna be hilarious. It's outside of what we normally do. It's gonna be funny.
I'll definitely watch that.
I'm so excited. Like y'all don't even know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna be hilarious.
But yeah, man, we our plan, if everything goes right, December 12th. We probably gonna rent an Airbnb, probably in Rosebank, for a couple
My
days.
spot.
Of course, that's a spot, man.
Love Rosebank. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get that for a couple days, and then find us a realtor, and get into a crib, and just. Why do we got two? Oh,
We'll show you.
So distracting.
Huh?
I'll show you something me and Zoe found on property 24. It's crazy, man. And it's something that, I mean, it would be $1 million home here, and there's like 200,000-300,000. It's amazing.
Really?
And it's out that way. It's near Rosebank.
Okay.
All right, we got Clandis
Okay,
back.
we got Clandis.
Let's see.
Hey.
There we go.
Funny
What's
them
going on?
Uncut.
Good guys.
Uncut.
Hey Thomas, hey Khalees, hey Stace and Red.
What's
Hey.
What's going on, brother?
Yeah. I've been debating with myself, should I come on or not? I have been having a conversation with Stace throughout this week, and this guy really stirred me up, because what he was saying, I don't know if you were noticing, whenever he would catch, he was deliberate in the people that he would speak to. And he knew very well, by just spotting this individual, they might not know South African history, or history for that matter, or maybe able to express themselves in a way that will expose his agenda. I don't know if you notice, whenever somebody said something, he would look at the camera and says, as I've been telling you guys, this guy, I'm trying to have my train of thoughts here about this entire issue, but I keep getting upset every time, because he disrespected us. Let's be honest. The man disrespected us. And if you disrespect a South African, you will get pushback, and you will get pushback real hard, because we guard ourselves and our country very jealously. We are probably one of the country in Africa that we don't travel, because we are busy working in improving our country, in improving our lives. And for him to come and discredit all of that, all the hard work that we are busy with, it's really disheartening, and it's very upsetting that he would look at us as though we don't have a brain. I think at some point he did say that we have low IQ. South Africans have low IQ. And I was thinking, what do you mean by that? And it's, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still digesting all this, and I still believe that African countries should declare him persona non grata, so that he does not spread this bile that is busy spreading about Africa, and in particular about South Africa. I've heard before that he had an issue with us, and yet he's never been to South Africa before. And now to be here on our soil and spitting on our faces and our hospitality is unacceptable.
Yeah.
So why do you think he has such a big following?
I think it's a good question. That is a very good question, actually. I don't know.
The same reason Trump does. And
exactly.
And anybody else that's negative. Listen, and this is kind of crazy, but it's true. If I wanted to have more followers and more in thousands and millions of views, all I would have to do is say something horrible, negative, and people gravitate towards that. It's harder when you want to be on the straight path and put out positivity. That grows slower. So that's how I look at that.
Yeah, me and Clarence, we spoke about that this morning, about trying to grow your stuff really fast, and at one time, I'm admit I wanted to, but my wife said, "Nah, let's just do this the organic way," and I'm glad we did. You know, so
Yeah, even though we don't have like 10,000 viewers or anything like that, I will say that the people that subscribe to us and the people that show up to our lives every week, even though we skip sometimes, and y'all be mad, but when
Yeah,
you like, you guys show up and you are here for us. You're not here for, anything sensational. You're not here for mess. You're not here for drama. You're here to just hear about our journeys and what's going on in our lives and what we think.
yeah. If I sorry, Red.
Problem.
If I may take this opportunity, if I may take, because there's something I've also noticed. Uh, African Americans are coming to South Africa. Most of you, in fact, all of you, you do not know how to differentiate South Africans from our African brothers that are here in South Africa. I've heard, I'm not sure if it was Stace who went into an African restaurant and then he ate something like a jollof rice. That's not a South African cuisine. That's a West African cuisine.
Yes.
So if you're going to say I'm in South Africa and I ate South African food, my advice is rather have a South African telling you so that you're able to say I ate authentic South African food. And same goes with people that you meet on the street. Some people would say, I am a South African, only to find out they're actually Zimbabwean. I'm not saying there's a problem, there's an issue with that. But most of the history that you will get taught, especially in Cape Town, I notice most of the tourism companies in Cape Town hire foreign nationals. And when you hear YouTubers being told our history, in most cases, it's distorted. If it's not distorted, it's completely incorrect. So you have probably a Zimbabwean driving you around Cape Town as a tour guide, and then they would, because most of the time you will not know South African history as is, and so they would just brush over and say, oh, that's Robben Island where Nelson Mandela was there. But if you had to ask them, why was Nelson Mandela in Robben Island for 27 years? That is where you will able to tell that this tour guide is not a South African. And I also saw with this gentleman who did this, who spew on our faces, he asked one of his Uber drivers about the youth uprising in 1976. This gentleman said the youth uprising was in 1940s. In 1940s, it was when apartheid was being implemented. 1976, on June 16th, that is when the youth uprising happened. So those are the things that you need to be careful of when you come as African Americans to South Africa. Get South Africans to tell you our story. Like, do your little research on that. Even if it means you ask the tourism company, are the people that you're going to give me South Africans? If they say, yeah, they are, probably find a South African and say, listen, if you feel safe, listen, can you tell us so that we would, like, I don't know. I'm not sure how you're going to do this one. But what is upsetting is that you have people that are misleading you all simply because you cannot distinguish a South African from our fellow African brothers. South Africa is carrying on its shoulder the entire African continent. And there are things that South Africans are busy fixing. If you look at I'm sure Stace and Red, you guys are coming to South Africa soon. Your visa process, it's going to take longer than it has ever taken before, simply because we are fixing these things where people come in and they don't want to leave. So that's that's the opportunity I wanted to take in this this live.
So let me ask you a question. Since you spoke on a visa, let's just say 5 years ago, how fast would the visa come back?
Actually, not even 5 years ago. Probably like a year ago. It was like exactly 6 weeks for you African Americans. 6 weeks, it was done.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now it's taking 6 months.
Now, yeah, because they are busy fixing the backlogs that were created by corrupt Home Affairs officials who were issuing visas and South African passports to foreign nationals that were buying or bribing these officials of. Now, the current Minister of Home Affairs, Aaron Motsoaledi, he is fixing all of that. And as a result, anybody that wants to come into South Africa is now finding it a little bit difficult to come through. I know with our fellow Africans, when they get to OR Tambo International, they get held up for hours because the officials there want to make sure that they are going back home for the duration they said that they'll be in South Africa for. So the visa thing used to take 6 months at most, sometimes even less, but now it's taking months.
Yeah.
Hey, Clantis. So
yes.
I have a question about the South African thing, right? Because I saw something recently. I love Uncle Waffles. Like my girl knows it. I was like, listen, if I meet her, I'm gonna lose my mind. Recently, somebody said she's not South African, but she was born there. So doesn't that make her nationality South African? And then it's like, it's ethnicities. Like even if you're South African, there's Zulu, there's Xhosa, there's like, what makes you? Because if you're Nigerian, you're Nigerian. But then South Africa is a location. It doesn't really have the race tied to, or the ethnicity tied to the nationality. So like what, maybe you can give me a better understanding of like what makes you South African, because I think that can be part of the confusion on our part.
Yeah, I think there was a time where there was like, what do you call this, pregnancy tourism, where let's say, for example, a Nigerian wants their child to be a South African citizen, they would fall pregnant in Nigeria and come to South Africa and give birth so that the child gets South African citizenship. Now that has changed. Now that has changed. If a person that comes from outside of South Africa gives birth here, they will tell the parents to go to their embassy and get the child their nationality identification, no longer a South African identification. I'm not sure if I'm answering you there. But in the past, it used to be if you give birth here, your child will be a South African.
Khalees, I have a question for you.
Yeah, go on.
Say Xhosa again.
Xhosa.
Yeah.
You hear that click? You hear that click?
Yeah.
Hey, I practice in the mirror for that click.
Perfectly.
Okay. That was a good lesson. Oh, someone even said the same thing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's like what I said to you, Stace. Whenever you get up a horse, you go.
Yeah.
That's how you learn how to do the clicks.
Well, I ain't never get up a horse, but I'll get it though. So, do you know Jersey Go?
No, I don't. Come on, Stace, don't be a typical American. We don't all know each other.
No, because I remember when that issue happened last time, you said you can learn a lot from him. So I just thought that you knew you knew each other.
No, I've listened to him on most of your guys' podcasts, including Dr. Assad's, and so he's a very smart guy, and he seems to be knowledgeable when it comes to business-related issues. And that is why I was saying I think it's best that you spoke to him about whatever it is that you are planning to do when you get here.
Yeah, now we're gonna sit down and break bread when we get there. Yeah.
I recommend him.
I think that little issue was just a misunderstanding, and it's all good, no big deal. Water under the bridge.
Yeah.
But we good.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, but other than that, guys, thank you so much for what you do, all of you. Khalees, awesome. I followed you when you were here and still do. Thomas, recently, I think I subscribed to you about 4 days ago. Awesome videos. Thank you so much for what you are doing. Dr. Assad and Adrian, Stace and Red. I mean, all of you guys, what you guys are doing, keep doing it. this is exactly what South Africans want. We know we have issues. We know we've got issues, and we are fixing these issues. Litabo said a lot. Most of the things that he said, I wanted to say earlier on, but there's no need for me to repeat them. So we are working on things, and we are not stupid like that brother said we are. And with you guys coming here, to us, it's a boost because we know we'll be able to work with you guys. You come to South Africa with skills that we might not have or we lack in. And you guys are going to come in and chip in progressing South Africa and the people of South Africa. You're not coming with a selfish agenda. You are here for us as well. And you are welcome. We are most generous people and most welcoming. We do believe in the spirit of Ubuntu. That's who we are in nature. But if you're going to take advantage of us, we are not going to roll over and play dead. That's one thing you must know about South Africans. If there's a thing that South Africans come united about, is defending this country. Under any side, nobody can come here and do as they please, and then we're not going to say anything.
That's what's up. As you should.
As you should.
Appreciate it.
As you should.
All right. Well, I think that's a good note to end on. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody who participated and shared your opinion. Like, this is exactly what we hope for. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. And thank you, everybody, for listening, share, subscribe, and we appreciate you.
Thomas, what you got?
Sorry, my mic. Yeah, it's been doing some weird stuff. So, well, Clanton, I really appreciate that you expressing that to us, because that's obviously our agenda is something positive. It's something constructive based on us uniting, right? Meeting each other for the first time and uniting. You know what I mean? But one thing that I want to keep telling South Africans is we are not just benefiting y'all, okay? You are able to teach us something about ourselves that we never knew existed. We may not be from South Africa, our DNA might not directly be from South Africa, but we know that Black people originate in Africa and Africans are loving and embracing people, and that's a part of us.
You froze again, Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what he was saying.
There you go.
Oh, you got.
Can you still hear me? Can you hear me now?
Keep going, Thomas. Yeah.
You're back. Now you can't hear?
Okay, I don't know we'll keep going on. I keep like resetting. So, but what I would like to say continue to say is that you all are able to teach us a part of ourselves that we never knew existed, because I can't speak for anyone else, but I was born in the hood, so I was born on defense my whole life. So, but I knew there was always a part of me that's very open and loving to people, but living life in America teaches you that not to embrace that part of you for some reason. And when you get back to South Africa and you're around people who are able to continue to embrace that, it makes us check ourselves, honestly. Mm-hmm. And not only that, but when I spoke about a story when I was in South Africa, a gentleman, he was my Uber driver, and he caught that I was changing the way I speak to try to, I guess, help him understand me better, or not. But truly, in his mind, he was like, "You're not being yourself," and he checked me about it. You know what I mean? So in other words, he was like, "Why are you talking like that? You don't sound like." I ain't gonna say the words he said. He said a real, you know what I mean? He said, "You don't sound like one of those real from the States." And I was like, I just started laughing, and I broke character and just started talking normal. And then he was like, "Yeah, don't do that here." He said, "Don't do that." He said, "You need to live in yourself." He said, "You're home. And if you can't do it here, then you can't do it anywhere." And
yeah, damn, he froze again. But yeah,
that's cool.
I definitely agree. I definitely agree, man. You know, because I tend to like not talk like I really want to talk around people until I feel like I can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then once I feel like I can do it, oh shit, it's on and popping then.
Yeah.
In this, in that. It's on. We just talking then.
I've been guilty of code switching. I feel it. But no, I feel what Thomas is saying, man. I feel like you know,
Okay.
I grew up in Baltimore, and I grew up on defense too, and we're programmed to look at other black men as enemies. Like if I'm walking late at night and I see 3 dudes, I'm like, all right, maybe, you know, and they're black dudes, like I might think like maybe I'm about to get robbed or something. That's crazy. But if a white person said it, we would say they're racist. But it's programming, right? But I do believe I agree with him that I got a lot of love in South Africa, and it would be people that walked up to me. I'm like, and they're like, no, I look at your YouTube and it's all love. Like, so we have to reprogram the way we think moving forward. And I think it's been a blessing for me to see life like that and seeing so many black people. I've never lived in a place where I see so many black people. I see so many of us, and us in power too. You know, here politics, we don't always see us in power, and even if we do, it's a front. It's like, oh, we're going to put a black face there, but they're not really doing anything for us. And I saw that, I say, where it's a lot of us in politics and power and ownership. You know, you're going to see black restaurants, you're going to see black owned dispensaries. And so that's something that really inspired me too, man. But I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you, Clantis, and Red and Stace and Thomas and everybody that watches. Y'all are amazing. Because I've been quiet for a minute, so I apprite y'all bringing me up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you were supposed to do something way back when, but I was like, man, this guy's quiet. He something right now, man.
Life.
Yeah,
man.
we missed him.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I'm
Thomas,
on TikTok though.
Thomas, TikTok banned me, man. But
yo, that was crazy.
But I don't know, man. But Thomas, man, go back and check some of Khalid's videos out, man. Yo,
I started watching him a few weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Actually, like when I first ran into him, I remember the first time I saw him on Julian's page, but he wasn't. I don't think you were actually active at that point. But then I ran into you, I think later, and I was like, okay, who is this dude? He doing the same thing. So that's when I really got in touch with his page. So
yeah, but yeah, he has a lot of information out there, man. And Clannis has a page too. It's called what's your page called, man?
The Real Clantis Tutorials.
I mean, of course I knew, but I just wanted him to say it.
Oh, I was like, what?
Of course I knew. He's the one telling me to put out the shorts. And I listen.
Yeah, he's our YouTube advisor.
So how do you even get into all this YouTube information, man? You work for YouTube?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I research because I'm a very curious person. I want to know how something works and why it works that way, and the advantages and disadvantages. Now, because of what we had, the thing that will not be mentioned here, it ruined a lot of people's lives, jobs, and businesses. So I realized that YouTube is recession-proof and COVID-proof. And so it also provides jobs or some kind of a living. You can earn something and still be able to buy food, pay your rent, and things like that. And so the thing here in South Africa, we also have high youth unemployment. So the whole point of starting that channel was to bring it to their attention that you have this option while you are waiting for a job or for the government to create job opportunities. Be doing this in the meantime. But now I would not just throw you in the deep end without first showing you how it works and what are the technicalities and stuff that needs to be done that you need to pay attention to. So I then started researching. I would also watch other YouTubers that do exactly what I do, and then I would do a further research on that to make it much easier because they speak what I call college English, and that can be very confusing for a lot of people. So I speak in the most simplest terms so that you understand what YouTube is all about.
Okay. Hey, Wayne, come on in. Wayne said he want to say a few words. Come on in, cuz. Okay. Yeah.
You got the link down there for him?
Time I be trying to end the show. Stacy's like, wait.
No,
there's more.
That was Thomas's fault this time. That was Thomas's fault this time.
What'd you say?
Thomas said, "Hold on, I got something I got to say."
Oh, man, I'm sorry. It's still doing a weird thing. I didn't hear what you had
Wayne,
said.
I just put the link
Wayne,
in the comments.
yeah.
Oh, Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne is my cousin.
Look, I forgot to tell y'all something. So I actually been wanting a tattoo for so long in my life, but I never knew what to get it, tatted on me, right? So I go to the continent, and guess what I get? When I come back, like a couple weeks ago, I just decided to go ahead and just get my tattoo. I had to represent the continent a little bit.
Wow.
Whoa.
Right.
Awesome.
I can barely
Yes,
make it
man.
out, but
Oh yeah, my bad. So
Wow.
it's like a persona, I don't know what tribe or anything. I didn't specify because I just got started on the journey on the continent, right? And it's half a lion. You see here.
oh shit, hold on.
Yeah, so I was like, man, I just it spoke to
that's
me. So I was
crazy.
like, man, I got to get represent the continent on me now.
That's
Yeah.
So y'all permanent piece of me now.
Sorry, my network is
No,
That's a dope tattoo, bro. You got that done here or there?
No, I got it done here
Okay.
in Houston. I actually got it. What was that? Last Sunday.
Wow.
I got it a week ago.
That's
Hey,
nice.
Thomas. Hey, Thomas.
Yes, sir.
Apparently in Africa we don't have Wi-Fi, and here I am. My Wi-Fi is stable, and yours is. What's happening? We're in America.
I don't know. I have no idea. I have network issues all the time.
You got jokes.
Thomas
For
is
real,
using
right?
he using that Telcom. That's what that is.
Bro, I'm doing something. I don't know what it is. Oh man, I'm struggling today. I'm like, come on, man. Every time I start talking, the internet go out.
Yeah.
No, man.
You gotta get MTN, brother. You gotta get MTN.
Bro, something got to change over here.
Something got to change.
Oh man,
Wayne has not jumped in, so
who's half man? Whatever.
I don't know who half man
Well,
is.
I know that. Okay, yeah, that definitely ain't Wayne.
Yeah, he would have just put Wayne's World on there. I don't think that's him.
Well, I guess Wayne don't want to say nothing because he ain't try to come in.
All right. Well, I think we can go ahead and bid our adieus.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. All right.
Well, excellent.
So, thank you guys
Yeah.
again. We appreciate you.
Ooh, it's hot up in here.
Bro, we're in the same
Thank
city.
you.
Trust me, I know.
We're in winter here. It's cold.
We like that kind of weather.
Man,
If
we've
y'all
been
in the
over
same-
100 for almost a month now.
Yeah.
If
And
y'all
the
in the
next
same
month will be the
city,
hottest month.
Wow.
if
Wow.
y'all in the same city, we need the vlog collab. I need to see a vlog with all three of y'all
We were
in the
just talking.
same city.
Me and Stacey were just talking about it earlier.
We were supposed to hook up yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We should
It'll happen.
What you doing today?
Well, my wife just got home from church, so I need to see what she was doing or what she got going on. Other than that, I think I'm free. Oh, I need to get new glasses today. That's where I'm going after we get done with this, actually.
I bet.
But we're gonna be near City Center, and I think that's closer to y'all, right?
City Center.
I live in Katy.
Me too. We live in Katy too.
We not in Katy
Oh.
anymore. We in Jersey.
Well, Jersey Village.
Oh,
I mean,
Jersey, yeah.
Village.
So that's
still
gonna
Katy.
be close. That's gonna be close to where we're gonna be. So where Beltway 8 and Katy Freeway.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's where we're gonna
Oh, okay. Memorial.
be. Yeah, Memorial, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called City. The place we're going to is right next to Memorial City Mall, called City Center.
Okay.
Okay. We ain't got nothing to do. You want to hang out?
Mm.
All right,
Let's make it happen.
let's do it.
All right, we're gonna end the broadcast, y'all.
For real this time.
Don't put it on the
This
spot.
time.
Unless someone say ho ho ho
No,
ho ho ho.
unless Stacey keep talking.
Where's Baba Zulu?
Thanks, y'all.
Later, y'all. Do